Well, hello, welcome, and in this video, I'm gonna talk about a few of the most frequently asked questions I get from people who start creating content. Then I'm gonna dive a little bit deeper into YouTube and why I highly recommend that you embrace the YouTube platform more than any other platform. So without further ado, let's do this. One of the most frequently asked questions I get is, how long do the videos have to be? Well, and this is a very loaded question because the answer varies depending on platform, yada, yada, yada. But let me just say this, which is the basic norm that every video should be created with, and that is as long as it has to be, but as short as possible. Be short, be bright, be done. So I want you to be mindful that people have an attention span of 8 seconds. So, this is worse than a goldfish. But anyways, but here's the thing. Your videos don't have to be 8 seconds, but you do have to be intentional about how you set up the outcome of that video and be mindful that people are giving you their life. I mean that literally. Your time is your life. And when you honor that, you are as intentional about how you set up the content that you're giving to your audience. So some topics might take longer than others. And here's my added bonus to that. And just listen to me. When you're just starting, my recommendation is that you start with videos that are short and concise so that you simplify the version of how you show up. If you already have had a channel for a while, if you've been doing videos for a longer time, then here's an opportunity to upgrade. Think about it. When you were a baby and you started walking, you didn't just start running and no, you started with baby steps, right? So if you're just starting, honor the journey that you're in and be just kind to yourself. There's no reason why you have to start creating from the get-go videos that are 7 and 12 minutes long. Is it possible? Yes. Can you do it? I'm sure you can. And in my opinion, I don't know if that's the smartest way to start out. Yes, most YouTubers would recommend that you do videos that are about 7 minutes long, which is kind of like the magic number, from 7 to about 15 minutes. That's kind of like what they recommend. If you want to become a YouTuber, yes, then that's the way to go. But if you're just leveraging the platform to bring customers to you, start small. And just hear me out on this one. Just because you're gonna start with shorter videos, that doesn't necessarily mean that your videos are not gonna have any depth. Think about this. Most commercials are 30 seconds, 60 seconds, or 120 seconds. And in that time, they give you a lot of information, right? So don't feel the weight of the world on your shoulders because you have to create all these big videos. Not every video and not every person is right for that specific strategy. Now that we got that out of the way, I want to tell you why I want to invite you to consider YouTube as a platform more so than any other platform. So here's the thing. Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and LinkedIn and even TikTok, they are amazing in the way that you get to post things there, but content gets buried. And if you saw something and you're like, oh, how do I look for that? The platform is not really set up for people to actually find your video that way or find your content that way. You have to scroll over and over and over and over in order to find that specific thing that you saw a week ago, right? And YouTube is the complete opposite. YouTube actually is a search engine machine that is set up so that people find specific information in a specific way, and you get to leverage that to your advantage as a business owner. So the way that we set up content is by understanding how people are searching for that content, specifically because YouTube is owned by Google, and Google is the leading search engine in the world, and they will always prioritize their own ecosystem of platforms, meaning YouTube. And hello, YouTube is king in the world of marketing. So here's the thing. I invite you to embrace YouTube as your go-to primary building content base that then you're gonna leverage in your website, in Facebook, in Instagram, and all of the other platforms, because you get to repurpose that one content, but you get to work smarter from a place of how do I get that my video has a long lifespan.